Well, look how nice of a day it is in Philadelphia. Yes, it is sunny here for 49ers and Eagles, but it is windy. And as usual, I have climbed to the very top row of the stadium in order to gauge the view from the nosebleed seats and to give you guys a nice weather report ahead of what is the biggest game of the season so far for San Francisco. Let's take a look here. This is the top row. Here's evidence of that. And here is Lincoln Financial Field. The Eagles moved here in 2003. Veteran Stadium, which was right here in this area. They've got the sports complex. You can see where the 76ers and the Flyers play right there. Veteran Stadium was right here. The Philadelphia Phillies play at Citizens Bank Park, which you can see just past the stands here on the north side of the stadium. Veteran Stadium closed after 2002. The final game there was the NFC Championship, a loss to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who went on to win the Super Bowl with John Lynch, now the 49ers general manager. So some history at this general sports site, and I guess some history here over the 20 years of Lincoln Financial Field, including between the 49ers and the Eagles. So the big news today as far as conditions for the game go, the weather. As you can see, it is windy here in Philadelphia, and it's expected to get windier. They're talking about gusts up to 40 miles an hour here in Philly. And the last time that the Eagles played a very windy home game, the Chicago Bears ran for 281 yards to them and ran them right out of this building. If the wind continues to swirl and picks up in speed, that's obviously going to hurt the passing games, and it's going to put more emphasis on the run games. Now, both Christian McCaffrey and Saquon Barkley are running backs in this football game, so I think that both of these offenses can succeed on the ground, but it's a question of which running defense would be able to best stop that. And we do know that there have been some vulnerabilities for the Philadelphia Eagles in that phase of the game. Everybody knows that the 49ers have been vulnerable defensively this year. That is a stated common fact at this point. They lost Bosa, they lost Fred Warner, they lost Mykel Williams. I think Mykel Williams might have been the biggest gut punch of that group when it came to the run defense for San Francisco. They were number 6 in defense before he got hurt. That was here on the East Coast, just about an hour and a half up the road in New Jersey, just outside of New York City when the 49ers played the Giants. And the 49ers are number 26 in run defense EPA ever since they lost Mykel Williams. The Eagles, meanwhile, it's fascinating to me because this is a very, very good pass rushing unit. It's a really good defense. I mean, when they drafted Quinyon Mitchell and Cooper DeJean in 2024, those were the top 2 picks for the Eagles. They really shored up a lot of big problems on the back end. They also got Zach Bond, and they also added Nakobe Dean at linebacker, so that they're good there. So this is a way better Eagles team in the back 7 than when the 49ers came here and just stomped on the Eagles. The front has always been good, but now the back 7 is better. But as I said, it is possible to run on this Philadelphia team if you set things up schematically to take advantage of their aggressiveness. They look to pin their ears back and get after the passer, even the defensive tackles. Like Jalen Carter, he is aggressive from the very snap. So it's going to be incumbent on Kyle Shanahan today to set up counter kind of stuff to take advantage of how quickly somebody like Jalen Carter fires into the backfield from the defensive tackle position. The last time that the 49ers were here on this field in 2023, Hassan Reddick was still with Philadelphia. He's the guy who injured Brock Purdy in 2022. And the 49ers ran a reverse that turned into a Deebo Samuel touchdown that took advantage of Hassan Reddick's hyper-aggressiveness. The hyper-aggressiveness was on display when he hurt Brock Purdy back in 2022. So my big key for this game for San Francisco is the run game to take advantage of what we know is going to be a supercharged playoff pass rush for Philadelphia and a very, very good defense. I think that against Seattle, the 49ers, and they're going to have to play Seattle if they win this game next week. Against Seattle, it's really, really hard to do because it's such a veteran defense, and Mike McDonald is a complete genius when it comes to the schematics. Against Philadelphia, it's a very good defense again, but I think they're a little younger. I think they're a little less experienced. They don't have a Leonard Williams. They don't have a DeMarcus Lawrence up front. And I think the Eagles can be had with some of those rushing concepts that take advantage of over-aggressiveness. Now, a downstream key to that for the 49ers is go out there and convert your third downs so you can tire out the Philadelphia defense. I talked about this on the show last night. Somebody like Jordan Davis is a very, very tall defensive tackle. And if he's on the field for 8+ play drives, he starts playing with high pad level. It's like a Javon Kinlaw type of situation where he would get tired toward the end of drives. So the 49ers are the best third down team in the league this year. They struggled last week against the historically good Seattle defense, but they've got to turn those struggles around and revert to what they were entering that Seattle Seahawks game. All right, quick stadium tour here. This place opened in 2003 for the Eagles, Lincoln Financial Field. It is starting to show some of its age, but they still have like the cool logo on the seats. This must have been awesome back when it opened in 2003. You have an elite view of the Philadelphia skyline, which is growing every single time that I come to the stadium. Look, they've got that new tallest building, that skinny building. I apologize for the shakiness. It's just how it works with YouTube Live. But you can see all the way back to downtown. 49ers stayed at the Westin. I took the subway here, the Broad Street line. I love taking the subway. It's a vibe. It was packed. Eagles fans chanting. A few 49ers fans on there. The Philadelphia fans don't seem nearly as mean as they used to be. The fan base has gotten younger for Philadelphia. Like on the train this time, it was a bunch of 20-somethings. It was like frat guys, sorority girls on the train. And you know, these people are just getting hammered on the train. They didn't even have the police that they normally do at the end of the line here at the stadium, making them dump the booze out. And, you know, it used to be a little bit more of an intimidating ride, I thought, for people in 49ers jerseys on the train. Now it was just kind of a party atmosphere here in Philadelphia on that train. So I think everybody's going to have fun today. It's going to be good football. I think that Mike put "Are you nervous?" or I put "Are you nervous?" in the title. The 49ers, to me, they're playing with house money. They have a chance to erase some of the ghosts of 2021 when they went on that impossibly difficult postseason path. Remember, it was the Cowboys who were the number 2 seed, the Packers in Green Bay as the number 1 seed, and then to the Rams who were the eventual Super Bowl champions. Jaquiski Tartt dropped what should have been not a game-sealing pick, but would have been a massive, massive interception against the Rams. The 49ers, based on how difficult the path in front of them has become, they have a chance maybe to complete the circle from 2021. It would require a win here in Philadelphia. It would require a win next week in Seattle, and then maybe it would require a win down at SoFi against the Rams, unless the Bears are able to beat the Los Angeles Rams, assuming the 49ers win here. And I think that would be poetic, but you can't get too far ahead of yourself. You have to realize that it's one game at a time. The 49ers underdogs in this game against the Eagles. They have a path to victory. It is a narrow one. I'm going to go check on the statuses of Ricky Pearsall and Trent Williams. Trent's playing, but I just want to see how he's warming up in a little bit. The path is there for Brock Purdy, Christian McCaffrey, and this offense to deliver against the Philadelphia Eagles, but they've got to take it one game at a time. And I think it's very important to realize that this team has really already exceeded what was thought possible of it, especially after all of the injuries. They've overcome so much adversity. They've given their rookies and their young players true playoff experience. I mean, not just this game, but the game against Chicago, the game against Seattle. This is essentially the 49ers' third playoff game of the season. They're going to get guys healthy for 2026. They're going to have cap money to spend. They're going to have more draft picks to make. 2026 is setting up to be a really, really fun ride for the 49ers. I consider whatever they can get out of this 2025 remainder, out of this playoff run, to be a house money opportunity. So, you know, there might have been massive, massive nerves back in 2022 before the NFC Championship game. I think this is more opportunity for San Francisco. This is no-lose opportunity for the 49ers. And for that reason, you know, their fans can be feeling free entering this game. Have fun. Enjoy the fact that you have a team that went into LA in week 5 and found a way to win against all odds. Enjoy the fact that you've got a team that won in week 1 at Seattle, and you see how good Seattle is as a team right now. Enjoy the fact they have a team that picked itself up off the mat after so many devastating injuries that would have derailed any other team in the league, and the 49ers found a way to get past that. Enjoy that. Embrace the hard path. Embrace the adversity. And enjoy the here from Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia. Yes, it is windy. It might mess with the kicking game. It might mess with the passing game, but it is going to be fun. Maybe this isn't the last stadium tour of the year, but in case it is, signing off. And of course, hit the subscribe button. We are almost at 100,000. Giving you these types of state tours in the entire NFL. So hit that subscribe button right now. That would be very cool because we'd be the first 49ers channel to 100,000 real subscribers. We don't pay for our subscribers. That's why we're doing the most views per month out of any 49ers channel. So support the cause, hit that subscribe button. We will talk to you all very soon. One more time. Look at Lincoln Financial ahead of the 49ers and the Eagles.